do to get out of this situation of being lost? First of all, you have to understand yourself, who you are. You have to understand your soul, your mind, your heart, your energy, your feelings, your thoughts, everything that is your system. Most people have no clue about their own system, so they have even less clue about how they can deal with that. You have to understand how you function energetically, how you function as a thought, how you function as a mind, how you feel from your heart, how you feel from your soul. You have to understand those energies in your body. You have to take control of the process. You have to map yourself up. You map up your weaknesses, you map up your strengths, you map up who you are and where you want to get. As you work on yourself, this will always adjust a little bit because you get to know more and more of yourself. It might be that at a certain stage, you have one goal and you get to another stage, you have a different goal. It might be because you tried out many things so you can make a wiser decision, or you realize that, oh, that's not my path anymore because I wanted to do that only to please people, only to please my parents, or to please my partner, or just to show off. That's not me. So what can I do? And you get closer and closer to yourself because you start to say no to those things that are not you. You need to work out your weaknesses. And this can be very hard because we always want to see ourselves in a good light. We always want to see how amazing we are because we are not able to deal with our weaknesses. But we need to do that in order to be able to fix our issues. And this is a big problem in society, that people just brag, just show off, just show the perfect picture, and they are not able to deal with their weaknesses. So they don't fix it, so they lose track completely. You need to open your senses. What do I mean by senses? Because I get asked this a lot in everyday life as I talk about this to people. For example, mothers know that when you give birth to your baby and your baby is small and cannot speak, can only cry and can only make signs, and you use your intuition to read into what the problem could be, you get connected with your baby more and more. If you are a caring mother and if you care about your child, now you need to develop this intuition with yourself as well. You start feeling into how you feel more and more, the energies inside you more and more, how you react to the world more and more. So you start observing how certain people make you feel or situations make you feel, or where you get triggered, and then you can work on those triggers. You can feel into your actual energy level, and when you notice that you got anxious or you are down, you can start digging and work that out and get yourself back into balance, because life is an instant work on ourselves, facing challenges over and over. The thing is just that you get stronger and stronger on this path, and at one point you just lose your fears and you have this deep sense of connectedness with yourself, with the world, and you have this perfect alignment in your life, and you just have no more weaknesses. You need to develop self-awareness, and I talked about this a lot already. This means that you observe your thoughts. What am I thinking? Why is my thinking around this problem? What could be the solution? Or why am I stuck with this person? When you're stuck in a thought, that means that your mind is considering that a problem, so tries to find solutions for it. Also, you keep thinking about certain things because you feel attraction, or because you're processing a good event, for example, or a person that you just met. But When you're thinking a lot about something, it means that there's feelings that you need to understand, and then you need to understand and decipher your feelings, what you feel, what else you feel. There is a problem, for example, and then you sort out, okay, I feel fear, I feel helplessness, I feel anger, and I feel I cannot do this. So what you do is you shift that. Okay, I've released this and this and this and that, to the point that you're empty. And then, okay, how do I want to feel with the situation? I develop power. Yes, I can sort this out. Yes, I can make this happen. Yes, I will find a way. This all is connected to a life strategy. That reaction of helplessness was a life strategy from your past. And that worked because that kept you in this helplessness, which is a way of solving a problem for the mind, because it made you survive. But you can sort out that problem, and you can shift your thinking, and you can grow bigger, and you can get out of the victim, because most of the times problems come because we are in a victim state. So it is amazing and beautiful when you get that power into your own hands and you know what to do about it, because you are self-aware. You're in charge of your emotions, of your thoughts, of your system, of your power. And you can grow your power, and you can grow your focus, and you can grow your best version. You can remove the negatives, meaning there's a lot of negativity in the world, and some people are surrounded with mostly negative people. And I'm talking about the people who are feeding others with energy, who come from abuse, who were taken advantage of, who were into toxic connections, just like myself. And it took me a lot of work to remove the negativity, the insecurity, the fear, the helplessness, the lack of power, that I was punched in the back, and that people wanted to take advantage of me, and people were jealous of me. So it took a lot of self-work for me to create that energy field around me that would hold space for me, and where I'm safe, and those kind of people cannot get close to me anymore. Also, coming from abuse, I come from a victim mindset, meaning that whenever I got triggered, my strategy was, okay, I get in a victim, just that I lose my power and I get in a helpless situation. But with time, a lot of energy and a lot of self-work, I got myself out of that victim mode, and I chose power. And I said it's okay to react with being powerful and being able to sort out the situation. Because again, imagine if I come from abuse, if I react powerful, we just fight and I get beaten again. So the best strategy was for me to shrink, to become this victim, to cry things out, to drain the negative energies of my parents. And that was what kept me safe. But growing up as an adult, it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't lead me to where I want to be. So I had to shift the situation, and I had to develop my powerful self, transforming my victim self. You need to set up your mind to finding your path, which means that a lot of people are lost because there's a lot of confusion in the mind. The mind is an amazing tool that you can calibrate. So you can put in your criteria, you just insert like in a computer, and then the mind makes it work. So when you set up your mind, okay, I will find my path. I release fear, I release resistance, I release this and this and that. And still, I'm finding my path. You don't know what your path is, but you give your mind this criteria, I find my path. And then step by step, you get closer and closer. And the more you learn to work on this, the faster you get closer to your true path, to your true self. You need techniques. You need tools to learn to deal with your own system. You need to learn to work yourself through the fog and distractions. When you are feeling lost, when you are being lost, when your strategy is to get distracted, to feel this emptiness, that's a strategy. So that's the strategy your mind is tapping into whenever the situation. Now, all of a sudden, you get on your path, or you want to find your path, and you start working on yourself. This is a new thing. And this is scary for your mind. And this is a new life strategy. So you need to learn to always keep yourself on this new track. And it will happen that you get back to the old track. Maybe you have an addiction and you get back to your own addiction, and you get back to this addiction because it makes you feel safe. And it's okay. But you always realize what's going on and you get yourself back. This is how you own the power and control upon the situation. It's very hard. It's tough to shift, to change, to take this journey. On this path of finding yourself, you get challenged. Your weaknesses get challenged. In the end, you will be strong, powerful, fulfilled. Now you have to get rid of everything that's holding you back. But if your ego is built on your weaknesses, it takes time, it takes patience, it takes effort. And this is why I advise you, if you cannot succeed alone, you can try. But if you cannot succeed alone and you don't feel the progress, then you need to find someone who has your back and who is pushing you, because your power is still not in charge. So you need someone with power and faith in you. You need community, you need leader, you need teacher, you need someone who gives you those shortcuts and techniques that might cost a lifetime sometimes and you never get anywhere. And you rather make that financial sacrifice, but you get there faster, sooner. You just need to find the right people. You need to master the strategies. There's a lot of techniques in life strategies, and they are not sophisticated and they are not complicated. You just need to use them whenever the situation. You need to be aware. You need to do the work, and then you get progress and you are getting to where you're supposed to be. You just need to keep doing the good work every day and enjoy the process. And it can be very hard whenever you tap into something painful, whenever you find your weaknesses, whenever you feel those impediments in your life, whenever you still hold yourself back because it's only you who can hold you back. It can be very hard, very tough, and very challenging. What you can do is attach good feelings to the journey. You always have to remind yourself of how lucky you are that you can be on this path. Try to take it as an adventure where you learn, where you grow, where you discover, because it's truly amazing as you get to know yourself. And when you get to that stage where you lose your fears and you lose the things that would pull you back, that's where it gets truly amazing. So you always need to keep focused and remind yourself like, yes, I will find my path. And this is an amazing journey. And I just enjoy every minute and second of my life.